My dear friend, please listen to me for just a moment. Do you feel something special in the air right now? Something you can't quite explain. That's because Archangel Michael, God's strongest angel, is trying to reach you. Not tomorrow, not next week, but right now, today. And he's not just sending you a small message. He's asking you, almost begging you, to pause and listen. Because tonight, something magical and holy is about to happen in your home. And if you're not ready, if you're not paying attention, you might miss the beautiful gift that heaven has been preparing just for you. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? You felt strange things happening around you lately. Maybe you walked into a room and suddenly felt heavy, like something was there. Maybe you saw a light flicker, even though nothing was wrong with the bulb. Maybe you felt a cool breeze touch your neck, even though all the windows were closed. These aren't accidents, my friend. These are signals. These are heaven's way of trying to get your attention. Archangel Michael has been gently trying to warn you, because something big is coming, and it's going to arrive when you least expect it. But don't worry, you're not in danger. Actually, the opposite is happening. You're about to be set free from something that's been holding you back. Maybe you didn't even know it was there, but it's been stopping you from being truly happy. Tonight, a special kind of energy is going to pass through your home. It will be so quiet that you might not even hear it with your ears. But in the world of spirits and angels, it will be as loud as a trumpet announcing good news. Heaven has sent Michael especially for you. And when Archangel Michael comes to visit someone, it's never for something small or unimportant. He carries a big, shining sword that protects people. He has a shield of truth, and when he speaks, thousands of angels listen and obey. But right now, he's not commanding anyone. He's not being a powerful warrior. Instead, he's speaking softly, gently, only to you. He's saying, "This is your special moment. Please don't ignore it. Don't scroll past this message. Don't say you'll read it later. I'm asking you for just 2 seconds of your attention. Your soul has been waiting for so long. Have you been wondering why your life feels stuck? Like you're pressing the gas pedal, but the car won't move. Like good things get close to you, but never quite arrive. Like people drift away from you for no reason. Like promises get delayed again and again. Like your big breakthrough is stuck in traffic somewhere. But listen, it's not really stuck. It's being prepared, made perfect, made ready. And tonight, the door finally opens. But I need to tell you something important. This message won't be shown to you again. This is a spiritual appointment, like when you go to see a doctor at a specific time. Your angels have been waiting for years. Yes, years, to get this exact moment in front of your eyes. If you miss this, God won't punish you. No, never. God loves you way too much to ever punish you. But it will mean you have to wait longer. You'll have to wait more months or years for something your soul is so tired of waiting for. And Archangel Michael knows your heart is exhausted from waiting. That's why he's not standing tall and powerful right now. Instead, imagine this: the most powerful warrior angel in all of heaven is kneeling down at your door, like a friend begging another friend to listen. He's whispering to your spirit, "Please, please listen to me." He knows things about you that even you don't fully understand. He knows who's trying to contact you from heaven. He knows the truth behind that strange dream you had last night that confused you. He knows about that shadow you saw moving when you were praying. He even knows the name of the person whose presence you keep feeling around you, but you can't remember their face clearly. And tonight, all these confusing things are going to start making sense. God isn't trying to scare you, my dear friend. He's trying to prepare you, to get you ready. And if you've been feeling stuck, lost, or overwhelmed lately, it's because your spirit already senses the big change that's about to arrive in your house. Your physical eyes might not see it happening, but your soul, the deepest part of you, will feel it clearly. There's going to be a sound tonight, or maybe a sign. Maybe you'll hear a gentle knock. Maybe you'll hear a whisper when no one else is there. Maybe you'll see a flicker of light that's so quick you almost miss it. But in that tiny split second, everything in the spiritual world around you will change. And if you respond to it, if you pay attention and listen, something heavy, something you've been carrying for so long, will lift off your heart. You'll feel it happen immediately. It will feel like heaven itself took a deep breath and let you breathe freely again for the first time in a long time. And just when you think maybe you imagine the whole thing, you'll notice something. A message will appear for you. A moment will happen that couldn't possibly be just coincidence. Maybe you'll hear a word or remember something from someone who passed away, but who still loves you more than life itself. And my dear child, they've been trying to tell you something for months now, but the timing had to be absolutely perfect. That perfect time is now. This moment. Right now. This isn't just a video you're reading. This is a divine instruction. This is a warning sent with love. And if you're still here, still reading these words, then this is your confirmation. Heaven is calling your name. Heaven is reaching out to you. Now, I need to ask you something important. Please, can you pause for just a moment? I want you to subscribe to this channel. Stay connected with these messages. Don't leave without pressing that button. Okay? Because the next message that comes will carry your next miracle with it. You think this message is powerful. The next one will touch your heart so deeply that tears will flow from your eyes. And you deserve to receive it. You really do. Don't risk missing it because you forgot to stay connected. Now, come back with me, because there's more I need to tell you. Archangel Michael isn't only here to reveal things to you. He's also here to protect you. There's something happening near you right now. Someone, somewhere, is making a decision about you. They're thinking about you. But here's the truth. They don't fully know your strength yet. They don't understand your true value. But tonight, something spiritual is going to happen. Think of it like a transaction in heaven. And after this happens, you won't be ignored anymore. You won't be overlooked or forgotten. Someone is about to suddenly realize how valuable you are. Someone powerful. Maybe someone who's been distant from you. Maybe they're far away physically, but in the spiritual world, they're connected to you. They're going to remember something about you. Something small. Maybe just a glance you once shared, or a word you said, or a moment between you that they never spoke about out loud. But heaven has been replaying that moment in their soul like a silent movie, over and over. And tonight, they're going to feel it again, strongly. But listen carefully now. The reason Archangel Michael is begging you, literally begging you, is because there's also a dark force watching this moment. That negative force doesn't want you to see this message. It doesn't want you to respond. It doesn't want your house to be filled with light and blessings. But Michael will not allow darkness to win. Not over you. Not tonight. So when the special hour comes tonight, and it will come, you're going to feel something stir inside you. Something will make you pause. And in that moment of pausing, you must speak out loud. Say these words. I receive this. I welcome divine protection into my life. Archangel Michael, you are welcome in my home tonight. Say it as many times as you need to. Say it with power, with confidence. Because that one simple sentence will break through every hidden block. It will shatter every invisible wall. It will remove every spiritual weight that's been trying to steal your joy and happiness. And please, don't be afraid. This is not a scary message or a warning of bad things. This is a message of victory. You're being lifted up. You're being elevated. That's why everything has felt so hard lately. You've been pushing through spiritual resistance, spiritual opposition that most people wouldn't even survive. But God chose you because He knows you have the strength. And more importantly, He knows you have a purpose, a special reason for being alive. that cannot be replaced by anyone else on this earth. Tonight, heaven touches your home. The moment it happens, you're going to feel it in your body. Maybe you'll feel a chill. Maybe you'll shiver. Maybe you'll suddenly feel deep peace wash over you. And when you feel it, you'll know in your heart you were never alone. Not for a single moment. So before this precious moment passes by, I'm asking you again, with love in my heart, don't miss what heaven is about to do. Archangel Michael is standing right at the edge of your bed, watching over you like a loving guardian. His sword is glowing with holy light. His eyes are full of compassion and love. And he's whispering right now, "My child, just say yes. I'm here for you." Tonight is the night everything shifts. You've waited long enough. This is your sign. Please, just open your spirit and receive. And if you feel anything strange tonight, any unusual signs, any unexplainable moments, please don't panic. Don't be afraid. Just say calmly, "I see it. I accept it. Thank you, God. Thank you, angels." Say this because they've been working so hard behind the scenes, setting up a miracle that's about to reach your doorstep. They've been arranging everything perfectly, like setting up a beautiful surprise party just for you. And I'm going to say it one more time, because heaven is insisting that I repeat this. Open your heart right now. Tonight is the moment. Archangel Michael is begging you with love. Just 2 seconds of your attention can change everything in your life. Please, don't skip past this. Don't ignore it. God loves you way too much to stay silent when you need to hear this. Your special message has arrived at your door. Now, it's your turn to open that door and let it in. And I know what you're thinking right now. You're wondering, what if nothing happens? What if I'm just imagining all of this? What if I get my hopes up again and end up disappointed? But listen to me, my beloved child, my dear friend. That voice of doubt you're hearing, that's not really your voice. That's the voice of delay talking. That's the echo of every heartbreak you've carried. Every broken promise that taught you not to expect too much. Every time someone let you down. But heaven is rewriting that story right now. Not with empty words or false promises, but with real presence. A presence so real and so strong that even the walls of your house will feel it. You weren't drawn to this message by accident or coincidence. Your soul was called to it. Your spirit was pulled to it by something greater, something powerful, by someone who has been watching you cry in silence when no one else could see, watching you fight your battles in silence, watching you believe and hope in silence. And heaven is saying loud and clear, no more silence, no more hiding, no more waiting. Tonight isn't just about what happens in your house. in your physical space. It's about what happens inside you, deep inside you. Because something inside you that's been locked is being unlocked. Something that's been sleeping is being awakened. You've been walking around carrying this feeling, this sense that you're meant for something more, that your name is connected to something greater, that you were born for a special reason that hasn't fully appeared yet. And tonight, the first puzzle piece drops into place. That feeling you've carried since you were a child. It wasn't your imagination running wild. It was destiny whispering to you, before you even had words to describe it. And my child, I must tell you something very sensitive and tender now. Someone in your family bloodline cried out to God for you. Maybe it was your grandmother. Maybe it was someone who's no longer living on this earth. Maybe it was even someone you never got to meet in person. But their prayer reached heaven. They prayed specifically for you. They asked God to protect you, to give you a special touch, to make you the one who breaks all the bad cycles in your family, to bring joy into a family where there was only survival, only struggle. And Archangel Michael was assigned to you the exact moment that prayer went up to heaven. That's why you survived things that others didn't survive. That's why no matter how low your life got, how dark things became, there was always something that kept you going. There was always a small light. There was always a reason to take one more breath, to try one more day. That something was divine protection, God's protection, angel protection. And tonight, that protection that's been working invisibly becomes visible. Tonight, you'll actually feel it. Tonight, something spiritual is going to enter your home. Not to haunt you or scare you. Never. It's coming to heal you. Not to frighten you, but to set you free. Not to confuse your mind, but to confirm what your heart already knows deep down. You're going to feel the atmosphere change. Even the air around you might feel different, thicker, warmer, more peaceful. And when that moment comes, please don't distract yourself. Don't pick up your phone and start scrolling. Don't turn up the TV volume to block out the silence. Instead, embrace the quiet. Sit in the silence. Because in that silence, you will hear what your soul has been dying to know, what your heart has been desperately waiting to understand. There's a sentence you're going to hear in your spirit. It might come very softly, like a whisper. It might come in a dream while you sleep, or it might echo through your thoughts like thunder. Whatever form it takes, whatever way it arrives, trust it. That is heaven speaking directly to you. You are being prepared for something rare and precious. A spiritual visitation that is not offered to everyone. It's only given to people whose calling is deep, whose heart is pure, whose spirit has cried out night after night saying, God, please just show me that I'm not alone in this world. This is your answer, my dear friend. Not in a sign outside of you, somewhere far away, but in a confirmation inside you, deep in your chest, deep in your knowing. And that person who's been on your mind constantly, who keeps appearing in your dreams, that person who left your life without giving you the closure you needed, the conversation that never happened, the goodbye that was never said. They're going to feel your shift too, even if they're on the other side of the world, even if they don't know why, even if they can't explain it. Something in their spirit will suddenly whisper to them, you need to reach out. You need to contact them. They won't understand why they feel this way. They'll just know, suddenly and strongly, that they miss you more than they thought was possible. Because heaven isn't just shifting your atmosphere, your energy. Heaven is also shifting connections. Divine realignment is happening right now. The people who hurt you will suddenly start to feel uncomfortable in their own silence. The ones who walked away casually, like you meant nothing, will feel a pull they cannot explain or ignore. Why? Because your spiritual frequency is changing. You're stepping into your power. You're rising into who you were always meant to be. And everything and everyone around you must respond to that shift. That's why this is not a normal, regular message. That's why Archangel Michael is begging you with such urgency. My child, if you miss this moment, you will delay what was already yours. You'll postpone your own blessing. But if you open yourself fully, without doubt, without holding back, then what happens tonight will create echoes for the rest of your life. This night will be remembered. This will be the turning point. I want you to do something special tonight. Light a candle. Just one simple candle. You don't need any fancy ritual. You don't need complicated prayers or words you don't understand. Just light it with intention, with meaning. And as that little flame glows in the darkness, say these simple words out loud. I welcome divine alignment into my life. Archangel Michael, you are free to move through this house. God, I trust your timing. I am ready. Then pause. Just stop and be still. Let the silence hold you like a gentle hug. Let the flame speak to you without words. Because through this one small action, you are sending a signal to heaven. You're saying, I've heard the call, and I say yes. This might be the very first time in your entire life that you fully understand what surrender really means. Surrender doesn't mean giving up in defeat. It means giving everything over to God. Giving Him your worry, your plans, your tears, your confusion. Giving it all to the one who already has the perfect outcome written in heaven's book. And my dear child, it's beautiful. so incredibly beautiful. The ending you feared, that's not your real ending. The abandonment you suffered, that will not define who you are. The love you thought you lost forever is about to return to you in a way that's healthier, truer, and more aligned than anything you've ever known before. Archangel Michael sees you clearly. God is watching over you with tender love, and the angels are singing because you are finally waking up to your true identity again. You are divine. You are chosen. You are not too late. You are not forgotten. Tonight is sacred, holy, special. And this is only the beginning of something magnificent. If this message touched your soul deeply, please stay close to us. Subscribe to this channel right now so the next whisper from heaven can reach you the exact moment it's released. These messages aren't just entertainment or nice stories. They are lifelines thrown to drowning people. Each message is coded with something your spirit has been secretly asking for. Don't risk missing the next answer to your silent prayer. The prayer you whispered when you thought no one was listening. God heard it, and the answers are coming through these messages. The candle is lit. The eye of heaven is open and watching. The sword of Michael is drawn and ready, and your miracle is already on its way to you right now. My child, take a deep breath right now. The energy surrounding you at this very moment is not from this physical world. It's sacred. It's holy. It's heavy. Not like a burden that crushes you, but like a presence that wraps itself around you like a blanket made of pure light. You might feel suddenly warm, or your eyes might fill with tears for absolutely no reason you can explain. That's not just emotion bubbling up. That's recognition. Your spirit is remembering something it knew long before your body was even born. You were meant for this exact moment. And even if your logical mind is doubting, even if you're unsure why you're still reading this, your soul knows the truth. That's why you haven't clicked away. That's why you're still here. Because deep down, you know what I'm about to say next is meant specifically for you. Tonight, something is going to be revealed to you that was hidden in plain sight all along. Maybe a truth about your past. Maybe a name you forgot. Maybe a realization that will hit your heart so fast you won't even need physical proof. You'll just know. You'll just understand. Because when God speaks, when the divine communicates with you, it doesn't argue with your logical mind. It simply awakens your inner knowing. The knowing that lives in your gut, in your bones. You've been surviving for long enough, haven't you? Working hard, just to make it through each day. Now it's time to actually live again. To really, truly live. With joy bursting from your chest. With peace flowing through your veins. With clarity in your mind. with the unshakable confidence that you're not waiting for anyone's permission anymore. You're stepping into what was already written for you before you were born. The people who didn't see your light, who overlooked you, that was never about you. Their blindness, their inability to see your value, that doesn't dim your brilliance one tiny bit. You are still shining. The delays you've experienced, the waiting, the postponements, those weren't punishments from an angry God. Those were protections from a loving Father. God was shielding you, protecting you, holding things back until the timing was absolutely perfect. And tonight, finally, the timing turns in your favor. The tide changes. The wind shifts direction. And it's all blowing blessings toward you now. Heaven doesn't operate on clocks and calendars like we do. Heaven moves by alignment, by perfect spiritual timing. And my child, you are in alignment right now. Please don't underestimate how rare and precious that is. Most people walk through their entire lives and never even feel true alignment once. But you're walking right into it. Not by forcing anything, not by manipulating situations, but simply by having faith, by believing even when you couldn't see. And do you know why it took this long? Why you had to wait through so many disappointments? Because what's coming into your life right now is so divine, so perfectly custom, designed for your soul, that anything less would have broken your heart all over again. And God looked at you and said firmly, "No, not this one. I will not let this one settle for less ever again. I love them too much to watch them accept crumbs when I've prepared a feast. That's why you're being prepared so carefully, because the blessing that's approaching will demand the strongest version of you. It will require you to be healed, whole, and standing in your power. And heaven has been quietly shaping that version of you behind the scenes, molding you, strengthening you, getting you ready. So tonight, when that whisper comes to your ear, when you feel the shift happening in your room, when the breeze brushes against your skin like an invisible gentle hand, don't run away. Don't question it to death. Don't let doubt steal this moment. Just open your spirit wide. Just say with confidence, I receive it. Whatever God has for me, I receive it now. You might even feel a presence standing in the room with you. You might hear your name spoken softly. You might get sudden chills running down your spine. That's not fear. That's not something to be scared of. That's the presence of God Himself entering your atmosphere, entering through the open door that your faith just created. Archangel Michael doesn't visit homes for small, insignificant things. His arrival always means that war in the spiritual realm has ended. Victory has been declared. The battle is over. And you won. That person you've cried so many tears over. The one who broke your heart. God is touching their heart right now as you read these words. That opportunity you almost gave up on completely. That door you thought was closed forever. It's circling back around to you. That situation that drained all your energy for months, that exhausted you mentally and emotionally. The power it had over you breaks tonight. It loses its grip. But it all starts with you. You have to choose to believe. Not perfectly. You don't need perfect faith. Just enough. Just enough to light that candle. Enough to speak those words out loud. Enough to hold space in your heart for a miracle. Even if it looks nothing like what you imagined in your mind. Heaven's biggest, most beautiful blessings often come in the quietest ways. So don't look for fireworks exploding in the sky. Don't wait for something dramatic and loud. Instead, look for that deep peace that suddenly settles into your chest. Look for that sigh you didn't expect. That escapes your lips like a weight rolling off your shoulders. Look for that moment when your shoulders suddenly relax and drop, and you don't even know why. That's the shift happening. That's the miracle unfolding. And when you feel it beginning, speak these powerful words. I welcome this moment with open arms. I accept the healing that's coming to me. Michael, I thank you for protecting me. God, I trust you completely. And here's what you need to know. When you say those words with sincerity, angels are activated. They spring into action. They move on your behalf. They fight battles you can't even see. They open doors you never could have opened on your own. They touch the hearts of people on your behalf. People who need to hear about you. They protect your sleep from nightmares and disturbances. They whisper into the ears of that one person who's been thinking about you constantly, but has been too afraid to reach out and speak. They rearrange conversations that haven't even happened yet. They align people, align timing, align divine opportunities perfectly, so that when you finally walk into the next chapter of your life, you won't have to force anything. You won't have to beg. You won't have to prove your worth. You'll simply walk forward in grace, and everything will flow naturally. And my beloved, that's exactly where you're headed right now. This isn't just about tonight, about these next few hours. It's about what tonight unlocks for your future. It's about you finally being in the right place spiritually, emotionally, and energetically for the blessing to arrive and stay, to last. God doesn't want to give you temporary miracles anymore. He's tired of giving you things that disappear. He wants to give you lasting blessings, not gifts you lose after a short time, but gifts that grow with you over years. And if you've ever prayed and said, God, I don't want anything fake. I don't want shallow. I want what's real. Then, heaven heard that prayer loud and clear. And the reason it felt like nothing was happening, like God wasn't answering, is because real things take longer to build. Real love takes time. Real opportunities need preparation. Real healing isn't instant. But when it finally comes, when it finally arrives, oh, child, it comes strong, unshakable, permanent, and it's coming for you right now. But you must be awake for it. You must be spiritually aware. This is the final hour before the major shift happens. The air around you is sacred. The veil between heaven and earth is thin right now. Heaven is wide open, and Archangel Michael is standing right at your side, looking at God and saying confidently, "They're ready. This one is finally ready. Let it begin." So I ask you one final time, with all the love in my heart, will you open your heart completely for what's about to arrive? Will you receive it without doubt? Because tonight your home becomes holy ground, sacred space, and your story, your beautiful story, begins again. Not with pain this time, not with fear or anxiety, but with light, with hope, with love, with miracles. Open your heart. Accept what's yours. Let heaven in. The next 24 hours are going to surprise you in the most beautiful ways. And this time, I promise you, it won't slip away through your fingers. My child, the time is so close now. So very close. You're not imagining the shift. You feel all around you. That weight pressing on the air. That tingling sensation on your skin. That sudden silence that falls over everything like a holy pause. It's all happening because heaven is entering your space. And this isn't a quiet, gentle entrance anymore. This is a divine arrival, a grand entrance. It's the kind of moment that doesn't just come and go like a breeze. It rearranges everything. It changes everything. And Archangel Michael is already inside the walls of your home right now. Not to frighten you, never to scare you, but to free you, to liberate you. Because someone, somewhere, had plans against your peace. They smiled at you during the day, acted friendly to your face, but they sent negative energy against you in the darkness when you couldn't see. They tried to slow you down. They spoke fear into your name, whispered doubts about you to others. And you felt it, didn't you? The slow decline, the unexplained sadness that came out of nowhere, the dreams that started slipping away from your grasp. But here's what they didn't realize. Here's what they didn't know. You are protected, covered, shielded. The moment you accepted this message into your heart, the very moment you let these words speak to your soul, you gave heaven permission to act on your behalf. And now, the angels are not just watching from a safe distance. They are moving. They are working. Your room is being spiritually cleaned right now, swept clean of all negative energy. Your thoughts are being gently rewired, reprogrammed with truth. And tonight, while your body sleeps peacefully, something deep will be removed from your spirit. Something you've been carrying for so long that you actually forgot what it felt like to be light, to be free. Maybe it's a painful memory. Maybe it's a heavy weight of responsibility. Maybe it's a fear. Maybe it's a lie someone told you about yourself that you believed. Whatever it is, Archangel Michael is cutting it away right now with his sharp sword of truth, cutting the chains, breaking the bonds. And child, here's what you absolutely must understand. This is not happening to you like a punishment. This is happening for you like a gift, because your name is written in a spiritual book, kept in heaven. And it's not written at the back in small letters. Your name is written at the top of a page, and that page has a title. The title says, Divine Purpose, and underneath your name is a long list. A list of beautiful things that are about to come to life, about to manifest. A reunion that's been delayed for too long by pride and fear. A financial shift that will come from a conversation you weren't expecting. A message from someone who has never stopped thinking about you, not for one single day. A breakthrough in a place that's been shut and locked for years. A spiritual gift that's been waiting in your family bloodline, passed down through generations. And you, yes, you are the one chosen to receive it. All of this begins tonight, right now. The reason Archangel Michael is begging you, literally begging you, pleading with you, for just 2 seconds of your spirit's complete focus, is because this window of opportunity is narrow. It's open wide right now, at this very moment. But it won't stay open forever. Windows close. Moments pass. You must say yes now. You must acknowledge this sacred moment while it's here. Because what's about to happen tonight could have taken 5 more years of your life. But heaven looked at your situation and said, no. Bring it early. Move up the timeline. This soul is ready now. They've suffered enough. They've waited long enough. They've proven themselves. And so here it is. Here's your moment. Arriving ahead of schedule. Now let me speak directly to the part of you that's tired, so exhausted, so worn down. The part of you that has seen too much pain, too much disappointment, to easily believe that something this beautiful could actually come for you. That little voice inside you saying, but why would God choose me? I'm nobody special. I've made so many mistakes. My child, listen to me carefully. It's because of the pain. Because of your heart. Because of your tears. Because you didn't turn bitter when you had every single reason to become hard and cold. When you were betrayed by people you trusted, you didn't become a betrayer yourself. When you were abandoned and left alone, you didn't start abandoning other people. When you were silenced and ignored, you still chose to love others with your actions, with your kindness. And heaven watched every single moment of that. You thought no one saw. You thought you were suffering in secret. Oh, but no. Angels saw it all. They documented every tear, every moment of kindness when you had nothing left to give. Every time you helped someone, even though you yourself needed help, they wept with you in your pain. And tonight, finally tonight, they come to say, enough. It ends right now. The suffering stops here. Let the restoration begin. Let the healing flow. Let the blessings pour down. Even now, at this very moment, as your eyes move across these words, something is stirring deep in your chest. Can you feel it? Maybe it's a memory surfacing. Maybe it's a desire you buried long ago because it hurt too much to keep hoping. Or maybe it's just a feeling you can't quite name or explain. That's not random. That's not nothing. That's your soul aligning with the will of heaven. That's your spirit clicking into place with God's perfect plan. Don't run from that feeling. Don't push it away. Feel it fully. Let it wash over you. Speak into it. Let it open the door of your heart. And say these powerful words again. I receive it with open arms. I welcome what's already mine. I say yes to God's plan for my life. Even if I don't fully understand it yet, I say yes. And after you say those words, just wait. Be still. Don't rush away to the next thing. Let the tears come if they're there, waiting behind your eyes. Let them flow freely down your cheeks. Because those tears aren't weakness. Those are sacred waters. They're preparing the dry ground of your heart for what's about to bloom, about to grow. Tonight, before you close your eyes and drift into sleep, I want you to speak out loud to Archangel Michael. Don't just think it. Say it with your voice. Michael, if you're here, I'm giving you permission now. I'm opening every door. Move freely through this house. Clean whatever needs cleansing. Heal whatever needs healing. Awaken whatever's been sleeping inside me for too long. Then rest. Let your body rest deeply. Because while you sleep tonight, while your conscious mind is quiet, heaven will work. God will move. Angels will rearrange things. And when you wake up tomorrow morning, you're going to feel different. Not all at once in one huge wave, but in gentle layers, like petals opening. You'll notice the birds outside sound louder, clearer. The morning will feel lighter somehow. That heaviness, that weight you've carried, it will be missing. You'll look for it and realize it's gone. You might receive a message on your phone, or you'll see a sign, or maybe you'll just know deep in your soul that something broke during the night. Something healed while you slept. Something shifted in the invisible realm. And you won't be able to explain it to anyone with words. But your soul will whisper quietly, "This was the night. This was when everything started to turn around." So again, I tell you with a love that comes straight from the very heart of God Himself. Don't walk away from this message. Don't delay acting on it. Don't silence what your soul is feeling right now in this moment. Subscribe to this channel. Stay connected to these messages. This isn't just entertainment to pass the time. This is prophetic alignment, divine timing, and it's going to continue unfolding, but only for those who choose to stay awake, to pay attention, because the next whisper from heaven is already being written right now. Someone in heaven is already preparing your next message. And the next time it comes to you, you'll be even more ready than you are now. And my beloved child, before this sacred night falls completely over your home like a soft blanket, listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you, because this is the part that many people overlook and miss. God doesn't only send angels when things are falling apart, when life is crumbling. He sends them when things are about to come together, about to align perfectly. And Archangel Michael is standing in your space tonight for exactly that reason. This is not a warning of doom and disaster. This is a preparation for fulfillment, for completion. A blessing is coming that's so deep, so personal, so precisely crafted and designed just for your unique spirit, that it cannot be delivered to anyone else on this earth. Only you. It has your name written on it. You might still feel unsure. You might be saying to yourself, "But I'm not holy enough. I'm not perfect. I still make mistakes every day. I still question God sometimes. I still cry too much." But listen, don't you know by now that it was never about being perfect? God never asked for perfection. He only asked for willingness, a willing heart. And you've been willing. You've been willing to rise up after being completely broken, willing to believe again after being abandoned, willing to speak life and encouragement to others, even while you carried your own pain in your chest. God saw all of that. Heaven honored it. Every single moment was recorded. And now, finally now, heaven responds, "My child, I need you to understand this very clearly, with no confusion. There is a divine appointment scheduled in your house tonight. You're not imagining the strange energy around you. You're not crazy for feeling like you're being watched, because you are being watched, but not by anything harmful. You're being watched over, cared for, by angels standing guard at every doorway of your home, by a spiritual covering that's been placed over your entire house, like an invisible shield of pure light, by a holy presence that brings clarity to confusion, peace to anxiety, and a promise that echoes through your soul. You are not alone anymore. Never again. And I want to tell you something that will give your heart such peace, such comfort. There's someone from the other side of heaven, someone you loved so much when they were alive, who has been watching over you this whole time. They haven't been able to speak to you clearly before because the timing wasn't right. The veil was too thick. But tonight, as the veil between heaven and earth becomes thin as paper, as the spiritual realm becomes more visible, they are finally allowed to send you a sign, a clear sign. It might come in a dream that feels more real than reality. It might come as a memory that suddenly surfaces. It might even come as a familiar scent in the air that makes absolutely no logical sense. But when it happens, when you feel it, don't second guess yourself. Don't talk yourself out of it. Just whisper softly, "I feel you here with me. Thank you for showing up." Because love never dies. Love never ends. Love is eternal. And tonight, the past, the present, and the future all meet together in your home. All in one sacred, holy breath. And here's something that might bring tears streaming down your face. That person who suddenly stopped talking to you. That one who walked away from your life like you never even mattered. The one who broke your heart so quietly, so silently, that it shattered louder on the inside of you than anything outside. They're waking up, not to guilt. God doesn't work through manipulation, but they're waking up to recognition, to suddenly seeing clearly. Your name is rising in their thoughts, right now like bubbles rising in water. Not because of anything you did, not because you begged or chased, but because when heaven begins to move, when God starts shifting things, nothing stays hidden. Nothing remains buried. They're starting to remember things you thought they'd completely forgotten. The way your laugh made their whole day brighter. The way your presence felt like safety, like home. The way you never stopped believing in their better side, even when they showed you their absolute worst. They're feeling all of this now, and they don't even understand why. They can't explain it. But you understand, because you know what's happening. Archangel Michael is working not just on your behalf, but also in the spirit of reconciliation, of healing, of divine justice, making things right. You will not be left out in the cold. You will not be overlooked or passed by. You will not be forgotten like yesterday's trash. God Himself is rewriting your entire story. And He's doing it right in front of the eyes of everyone who thought you were finished. Everyone who counted you out. Everyone who said you'd never recover, never rise again. But here's the key to receiving all of this. It's so simple. You must say yes. Yes to the spiritual visit. Yes to the shift happening. Yes to this message. Yes to the divine love that's being poured out for you. Yes to the part of you that's afraid to hope again, but still hopes anyway. Despite the fear, say yes even if your voice trembles. Say yes even if tears blur your vision. Say yes even if your hands shake, because heaven doesn't require your confidence. God doesn't need you to be brave. He only needs your consent, your permission, your willingness. So tonight, let your spirit give consent. Consent to peace entering your life. Consent to joy returning. Consent to clarity replacing confusion. Consent to receiving answers that have been delayed, but never denied. And child, I urge you deeply, don't close your eyes tonight to sleep without first acknowledging what's happening in your home. Light that simple candle. Whisper that simple prayer. Sit in stillness for just 2 quiet minutes. Let heaven touch the atmosphere around you. Say out loud, I welcome every angel that God has sent to me. Michael, you are free to enter and protect this house completely. No darkness is allowed to stay here anymore. No lie will survive in this space. Only truth can live here now. Only light. Only divine alignment. Only God's perfect will. And when you wake up tomorrow morning, you will not be the same person who went to sleep. You might not see all the changes yet with your physical eyes, but you'll feel them. Oh, you'll feel them. A deep stillness in your chest, where anxiety used to live. A new clarity in your thoughts. A soft, gentle voice in your spirit saying, you're on exactly the right path now. Keep walking forward. Keep going. Because you are, and heaven is walking right beside you with every step. Now, if you felt every single word of this message deep in your bones, in your soul, if this touched something in you that you can't even name, don't let it fade away like morning mist. Don't let this moment pass without action. Subscribe to this channel right now. Stay connected with us. This isn't just one isolated message. This is the beginning of an ongoing divine conversation between you and the God who created you, who loves you, who has never stopped thinking about you. Because more messages are coming. More whispers from heaven. More answers to prayers you haven't even prayed yet. And you don't want to miss a single word. Archangel Michael has spoken over your life tonight. Heaven itself is watching you right now with love in its eyes. And your miracle, your beautiful, custom-designed miracle, is unfolding right now like a flower opening its petals to the sun. Now all that's left, all that remains, is for you to say one simple word. Yes, and if you're still here, still reading, still breathing quietly with these words resting heavy on your chest, like a warm blanket. Then let me say this to you, as plainly and clearly as I can. You, yes you are the exact reason this message exists in the world. Out of billions of souls walking this earth right now, you were specifically chosen to receive these words today. Not because you're perfect, not because you've done everything right, but because your heart still longs to believe. Your soul still yearns for love that never dies, for presence that transcends distance and time, for a God who has never, ever stopped whispering your precious name. You've felt invisible to others lately, haven't you? Like the whole world is moving forward and celebrating and dancing, while you're just standing completely still. You've watched other people celebrate things you're still desperately praying for. You've smiled through your own tears at someone's good news that reminded you of everything you've lost. You've cheered loudly for others while secretly wondering deep inside, will it ever be my turn? Will I ever get to celebrate something good? And child, that kind of strength, that kind of selfless love, doesn't go unnoticed in heaven. It doesn't just get seen casually. It gets recorded carefully. It gets honored. Angels literally gather around you in those silent, lonely moments when no one on earth claps for your quiet victories. But they do. They clap. They cheer. They celebrate you because they know the real truth that others can't see. You're not just surviving day by day. You're glowing brilliantly in the darkness. You're a lighthouse in the storm. And guess who else saw every bit of it? That loved one who's in heaven now. That precious person who once held your face gently in their hands and said with such conviction, "You are special. You are so special." That one who loved you unconditionally. They sent this exact message on this specific day because they couldn't wait any longer. Because you needed to know right now, this moment, not tomorrow. They saw you trying to be strong for everyone else when your own heart was shattering into pieces. They saw you taking care of other people when you desperately wished someone would just take care of you for once. They saw you sitting alone in silence, completely overwhelmed by painful memories, and still you whispered, "Thank you, God, for this day. Thank you for life." They saw everything, every moment, every tear, every prayer. And now they want me to tell you what they can't say to you in person, face to face. You were enough for me. You were always enough, always. There was never a single day when I didn't feel your love, even if it wasn't expressed perfectly, even if it came through messy, stumbling words, even if it came through broken hugs or misunderstood silences. They knew. They always knew. And what's even more beautiful, they still feel your love now. Love doesn't die. when a body stops breathing. Love doesn't vanish into nothing. It transforms. It changes form. It becomes eternal. And that's exactly why you've felt them around you lately. That sudden memory that came out of nowhere. That unexpected tug at your heart when you saw their favorite color. When you heard their favorite song playing. When you smelled something that immediately reminded you of home. Of them. That was not coincidence. That was not your imagination playing tricks. That was real connection. Real presence. Heaven isn't some faraway place beyond the clouds where people go and forget about us. Heaven is right here. Closer than your very next heartbeat. Closer than your breath. And they're part of heaven now. Part of that eternal realm. But here's the beautiful truth. So are you. You're part of it too. Even while you're still living in this physical body. But now I need you to do something challenging. I need you to trust again. Not just trust in me or in this message. I need you to trust in yourself again. You've lost so much trust in your own intuition, in your own decisions. You've doubted yourself constantly. You've questioned every choice. You've wondered if maybe, just maybe, you're the problem, the common denominator in everything that goes wrong. But child, no, please hear me. You're not the problem. You're a soul who feels deeply, more deeply than most people can even imagine. You're a heart that holds more weight, more love, more pain than most hearts were designed to carry. And sometimes this world simply doesn't know how to handle that kind of depth. But I do. I understand. And so does that loved one watching from heaven. They absolutely love the way you care too much about everything. They love the way you overthink every little detail. Because it means you care enough to want to do things right. They love the way you always check on other people before you check on yourself. But now, right now, they want you to check on you. They want you to take care of yourself. Because the truth that needs to sink deep into your bones is this. You deserve joy. Real, lasting, bubbling over joy. You deserve rest. Deep, peaceful rest. You deserve loyal, faithful love. Not the kind of love that asks you to shrink yourself, to become smaller, to dim your light. But the kind of love that helps you expand, that celebrates you, that says, "Shine brighter." The world needs your light. There is a miracle with your name written on it in permanent ink, and it's not delayed. It's not late. It's right on time. Divine time. God's perfect timing. You just weren't supposed to walk into this miracle while still carrying all those burdens, all that pain. You were meant to walk into it healed, whole, free. And that's exactly what this moment is about. This is your healing. This is your honoring. This is your homecoming. You are coming back to yourself. back to your authentic laughter, back to your true purpose, back to your natural softness. The world tried so hard to make you hard, to build walls around your heart. But you said, no, I refuse. I'll stay soft. And that softness, that tender vulnerability, that's where heaven lives. That's where God makes his home. So keep being kind, even when it feels hard. Keep loving even when it feels risky and scary. Keep hoping even when the world screams at you. Why bother? Why even try? Because I'm working behind the scenes where you can't see. And so is your guardian angel, your ancestor in heaven. The next few days are going to feel different. Strange in a good way. Don't be afraid of that strangeness. That's just the energy around you shifting dramatically. That's heaven rearranging your entire life. Moving obstacles you couldn't move. Removing burdens you couldn't lift. Releasing blessings you couldn't access on your own. And when it comes, when that shift becomes a visible breakthrough, I want you to pause and remember this exact moment, this message, this night, because it all started right here. It all began with these words, with this breath, with this deep knowing settling into your spirit. You are held. You are safe. You are never, ever walking alone again. Not for a single step. And that person you loved so deeply, the one who's in heaven now, they have never stopped saying your name. Even now, at this very second, they're whispering it softly, lovingly, over and over again. Because no matter how much time passes, no matter how many years go by, you'll always be their person, their special one. And they will always be right here, right beside you, invisible but present. Close your eyes for just a moment. Take one deep, cleansing breath, and say it back to them. Say it out loud if you can. I love you. I hear you speaking to me. I'm still here too. I'm still carrying your love in my heart. Then let whatever needs to come out, come out. If tears fall, let them fall like rain. They're washing away old pain. If a smile slowly stretches across your face, let it grow wide. Let your soul feel what it's been desperately begging to feel for so long. You were never forgotten. You were never truly alone. And you are loved, deeply, eternally, unconditionally loved. Now go forward and live. Shine your beautiful light. Love with your whole heart. And carry this powerful message wherever your journey takes you next. Because this isn't an ending. My precious child, this is just the beginning of your best chapter yet, with your guardian angel who never left your side, not even for a single second. And now, my beautiful friend, as we come to the end of this sacred message, I want you to close your eyes one last time and feel the presence surrounding you. Can you feel it? That warmth, that peace, that unexplainable knowing that something just shifted in your spirit. That's God confirming everything I've spoken over you tonight. Archangel Michael is still standing guard in your home right now, and he won't leave until your blessing is completely delivered. You are protected. You are chosen. You are about to walk into the most beautiful season of your entire life. The tears you cried in darkness are about to be repaid with joy in the light. The love you gave so freely is about to return to you multiplied. The doors that closed painfully are about to open miraculously. And child, you deserve every single bit of it. Before you go, I'm asking you one final time from my heart. Please don't let this message be the last one you receive. Click that subscribe button right now. Turn on notifications. Stay connected with this channel, because God isn't finished speaking to you yet. More divine messages are coming. More answers to prayers you haven't even prayed. More whispers from heaven. More confirmations that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And when those messages arrive, you'll be so grateful you stayed connected. If this message touched your soul, if you felt every word in your bones, show your support by pressing that like button. Let heaven know you received this message. Let the angels know you said yes. And if you know someone who desperately needs to hear these words, someone who's been struggling, someone who's lost hope, someone who's crying in silence, share this with them. Be the angel in their life today. Be the reason they find hope again. Remember, tonight is your night, your turning point, your divine appointment. Sleep peacefully knowing that angels are working while you rest. And when you wake up tomorrow, you will wake up different, lighter, freer, ready. Your miracle is already in motion. God loves you more than words can express. You are never alone. And your best days aren't behind you. They're still ahead, waiting for you with open arms. Thank you for being here. Thank you for saying yes. Thank you for believing even when it was hard. Now go rest, beautiful soul. Heaven is watching over you tonight. And I'll see you in the next message. Until then, may God's peace surround you. May His love hold you. And may His angels guard every step you take. You are blessed. You are favored. You are deeply loved. Good night.